Okay, and we are back. The late Saturday film was Dream Home. I haven't got a clue who it was directed by or who it stars, but yes, so this... Yeah, Josie Ho, wasn't it? I do like a Josie Ho. So this was described in the programme as location, location, location meets Friday the 13th, which I think, in a way, kind of fit the bill.
Yeah, there was some location in there. I'm not too sure where the Friday the 13th was, but...
Slasher stuff?
Well, yeah, but... yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but I'll go with that. It was enjoyable. It had one particular kill in it, which we kind of said last night, maybe one of the most disturbing that we've seen so far. Involving, shall I say? Involving
a vacuum and a bag.
Yeah. Figure out the rest. Yeah, so that was pretty disturbing. It was pretty enjoyable. It had some interesting kills and it had plenty of gore in it. It was as batshit insane as you would expect from a late night horror movie coming from that part of the world as well. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I haven't got too much to say about it really, but apart from the fact that I had a great time with it and it finished off the night quite well. Yep. So yeah, really liked it.
Cool, good.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed half of this movie. The other half I really didn't give much. Well, I didn't enjoy it really. It just seemed a bit too much, but boring. In a word, there's half this movie which is basically in real time, as you have like the clocks going through the night. And that part of the film is absolutely brilliant. It's fun, it's funny, it's gory, it's got everything you would want from a good slasher movie. The other side, it's trying to give the whole thing like a bit of emotional and answer questions why. And I didn't need it. I wanted a fun slasher movie, and every time it cut back to the flashbacks, I was like, ugh, another flashback. Just give me some more kills. Give me some, and that's it. It was completely that. And yeah, so part of this movie was great. Part of the movie was bad. There's some highlights. There's a guy who comes with like sort of like dyed hair. I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
But overall, it was a good end of the night. It had some really good kills in it. But overall, it was average to good for me.
Very cool. Well, I think George just proved that he has no stake for emotional investment in characters or plotting. No, I'm joking, but yeah.
In interesting characters, I do. That character was not interested in the story. Wasn't interested.
Yeah, I mean, they try very heavy-handedly right at the end of the film to link it all up to the credit crunch. Yeah. And like
in a 10-second sequence.
Yeah. They're like the
by the way, the credit
subprime mortgage crisis and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's. Yeah, they basically, the real-time stuff is this woman going around killing these people for a certain reason, and then it flashes back to what drove her to do that. And I thought that was kind of interesting, just how the world continually shits on her and how she just breaks. But at the same time, yeah, some of those flashback sequences go on for far too long. I think they could have cut back to the real time maybe a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, I do agree, you are kind of there for the slasher stuff, but I kind of liked that they tried to link it to real life, but at the same time it is too heavy-handed. But some of the kills are great. The gore, the makeup effects are pretty well done.
Yeah.
There's a woman with a wooden thing shoved in her mouth who then kind of runs about with it shoved in her mouth for a bit, which was great fun. And yeah, I mean, as a late night 11:30 start kind of film, it was a lot of fun. The crowd got into it a fair bit, I think it's fair to say. You know, it got a decent reaction, and overall, yeah, it was good fun. I'm looking forward to tonight's late film, which we'll be talking about later on more. But
in like 13 hours.
In like 13 and a half hours time it starts. So we've got a long old day. We're fucking hardcore, but we do it for you. Now donate. No, I don't. Yeah, but there you go.
If we don't have a donate button.
Yeah, we've got donate on PayPal.
Batteries after this.
Yeah.
Straight up. And yeah, there you go. Dream Home. Actually worth a watch, I think, whenever it comes to DVD, Blu-ray, whatever.
And by the way, I actually didn't mind the flashbacks. I actually quite liked them.
Okay. Oh, no, yeah. Do you want to go on?
No, they were dull. They were really dull.
They were fine. I thought they built character quite well, but I could have done with maybe a couple more kills interspersed.
There was one flashback scene when
when they were actually kids, and they had like paper cups using them.
That was fucking
gold.
funny.
That was really, really gold. But most of the ones when they just grew up, I just thought it was dull. It was. I mean, you talk about emotional investment. When there's emotion to really be had, and it's like it just felt like it didn't need it. I mean, really, it's just sort of like it was boring for me. It was just something to fill up a 90-minute slot where you could have had a better 60-minute film than an average to good 90-minute film.
Fair enough.
To be honest, that like I found that they gave the film some necessary heart to break up, like because the slash stuff was so good, like the gore stuff was so good and so insane that it was okay to go to that place and have like a nice little interplay between the children characters and stuff like that. I felt it just did give it a little bit more, rather than filling in the gaps. I felt like it did give the whole thing a lot more.
Yeah, fair enough. It's okay.
There's a film that. There's a film I announced last week for Grim Up North called Slice, which does a similar thing. A lot of it's present day, and it's all about a killer who's on the loose. But the way that the plot works, it relates to a childhood relationship between two characters. So there's quite a bit of that in that, and it really gives the film so much more. It does it a lot more effectively than that did, like definitely, but it's a similar sort of thing, and I kind of liked that about it. But you know, so maybe it's weird, like my emotional investment in Monsters was less than yours, but my emotional investment in that was clearly, which is not right because clearly Monsters is a better film, so I don't know.
I mean, different films, different people, you've got to get that. I've seen a few people tweet about Monsters saying that it wasn't as good as I thought of it, but I've seen other people tweet that it was wonderful, and I guess I'm just signing on the side of wonderful.
And I will just say briefly as well, the plot for Dream Home, because it's not a very well-known film. Basically, a woman really fucking wants this apartment. It flashbacks to why she wants this apartment, and she really wants this apartment, and she'll do anything to get this apartment. Anything. And there you go. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Imagine like how much I want Emily Move this weekend. Times that by 2.
And then divide that by the fact that he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.